Please subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so that whenever we release a video at the Jamaica Young Police Channel, you'll be the first to receive the same. Remember to share the video with your friend, your mama, papa, girlfriend, boyfriend, and your side chick and side man. Yes, and post a comment below, even just to post and say, I am here to show your appreciation of the work that we are doing here at the Jamaica Young Police Channel. And thanks for being a part of the movement. So, moving on. We at the Jamaica Young Police Channel, we hate criminals with a passion. So here's one of them. This guy name is Javon Pinnock. Yeah, aka Froggy. Have a distinct scar on the left side of his face, and him eye go all the way down to him cheekbone. And you know, more or less is a Jamaican do that, you know, telephone cut. I don't know how them come by that thing for, you know, to scar people face like that, and that it's just awful, but terrible people. So this man that you're looking at, his name is Javon Pinnock, aka Froggy. Yeah, Froggy them call him on the street, and he's wanted in New York, in Queens, New York, for the murder of Javon Jamison, a Jamaican youth them called Blingers. Yes, and Blingers was killed almost 2 years ago by this man and another man named Christopher King. Christopher King is in custody in New York, awaiting trial for the murder of Jamison. So we are appealing, we are begging, beseeching you Jamaican people in Jamaica and the diaspora, wherever you see this man, to inform the police, whether it's 119 or 911, and let them know that this man is wanted in New York for the murder of Javon Jamison, so that this man can be placed in custody or go straight to the departure home where he belongs, and that's justice. And we say that because we hate criminals with a passion, because there was no reason for this man to kill Blingers, because Blingers was not a threat to him at the time. It was murder, clear murder. Yes, welcome to the Jamaica Young Police Channel. To our loyal viewers, subscribers and Patreon member. At the channel, we are a group of law-abiding citizens who believe in the rule of law and respect the rights of every citizen, but not the ones who do not subscribe to such behavior. We do believe in and support preemptive strikes because they save lives. This is a logical conclusion because preemptive strikes save lives and prevent the further loss of lives. We are all about saving lives at this channel. We at the channel aid criminals with a passion and do not want them over here. We do not want your views, your subscriptions, your likes or your comments. Please go elsewhere where the red carpet is waiting for you. Over here, we want you to go to prison or the departure lounge at Madden. Moving on to today's video. Yeah, so you know, we at the Jamaica Young Police Channel, you know that we hate criminals with a passion. You know, we always support our security forces members, you know, member of the JDF, the police force, correctional service, everything that has to do with the security of the country. And you know, our biggest enemies are the people, you know, cause problems within our society. You know, we would like a society where, you know, crime, where people live in a peace and tranquility and not have to worry about criminality. But you know, in 2025, things is kind of getting much better in Jamaica. But I've said to you guys before, and I'll say again, our biggest enemies in Jamaica are the media houses. And when I say that, some people say that I am being biased, and this is what some people say, oh, because I do not like the PMP and the PMP criminal organization, because they're aligned to mainstream media, and because I don't like, that's why I keep calling them out. And I must say, if you are supporting criminality, you're a criminal. It's just simple as that. So that's why I always call out the local media houses. Majority of them, they're in line, in lockstep with the destruction of the Jamaican people's mind. We at the Jamaica Young Police Channel, we are all about keeping our people real, down to earth, and telling them the truth, nothing else. We are not doing this because we want fame or we want to be liked. We are just doing this because we want to see a better Jamaica. So right now you're looking at a woman, her name is Diana Drummond Thomas, farmer, member of the Jamaica Defense Force, yes, the JDF, and she passed away. She died in America at a military base in Atlanta, Georgia. Some people were wondering if she was killed by white people, because the climate of racism in America is at an all-time high. In which one we say all-time high because even the federal government is participating racism in America. They are not hiding it anymore. So there's none of the media houses, them CVM, TVJ, or the likes, or any one of them covered this soldier, the body of JDF soldier. CPO, his chief petty officer Diana Drummond Thomas arrived at the Sangster International Airport, and the JDF reserve received her body with honors. So a member of the Jamaica Young Police Channel Patreon squad, someone who has served in the security apparatus in Jamaica, did not want to be identified, so they sent us a video, to ask us to highlight it, to show that our media houses in Jamaica, they have little and they have no respect for us because we are poor people's children, and because Chief Petty Officer Diana Drummond Thomas family have no connection to the PMP criminal organization, so that's why you don't see it being advertised, because they said that her background and where she come from are one and two little things, and that is kind of petty and childish of them to even say that. So we are gonna let you watch the video that was sent to us by a member of the Jamaica Young Police Channel, that's really upset about what's happening. The happenings of this woman who have served her country with honor, courage and commitment, but as they said, because she's not connected, that's why you haven't seen anything of the sort in the media. We're not talking about print media, we're talking about CVM or TVJ. So a nation mourns fallen JDF soldier. Chief Petty Officer Diana Drummond Thomas received honored repatriation. So on Wednesday, March 11th, so that is more than 2 weeks ago, 2025, the Jamaica Defence Force and the nation it served paused in solemn reflection to receive the body of Chief Petty Officer Diana Drummond Thomas. And the person now is saying that unlike the Jamaica Constabulary Force, they would even have video of this transfer of body, that's coming from overseas to the Jamaica Constabulary Force. And the JDF did not provide any of the sort publicly to honor, to show, the transfer of her body, so that, to let the family, friends, colleagues, at least they can mourn, the passing of their friend. So she was a dedicated servicewoman who gave her all in the line of duty. The 37-year-old soldier tragically passed away after collapsing during a special training assignment in the United States. The ceremonial repatriation, held with deep reverence, was a fitting tribute to a life defined by selfless service, exceptional leadership, and unwavering patriotism. So Chief Petty Officer Drummond Thomas remains arrived on Jamaican soil, accompanied by a military escort, underscoring the respect and honor she earned throughout her distinguished career. So she's a young woman, 37. Wow, what I'm saying? So may her soul rest in peace. So Delta Airlines provided her honor guard for the dignified transfer, while her escort team included U.S. Army Major Judd Chacon, Lieutenant Commander Miguel Ferguson, and Chief Petty Officer Stacey and Louis Walters of the JDF. The JDF meaning the Jamaica Defence Force. So the other two, Lieutenant Ferguson and U.S. Army Major Chacon, they are from they are Americans officers. So the Jamaican leg of the repatriation was steep in solemnity as the aircraft doors open. A JDF bearer Party carefully retrieved the flag-draped coffin. This deeply moving moment was followed by a ceremonial firing party salute, echoing across the tarmac in a final gesture of military respect. Present at the ceremony were Chief of Defence Staff Vice Admiral Antoinette Wimmis Gorman and other high-ranking members of the Jamaica Defence Force. Their presence reflects the magnitude of the loss felt across the armed forces of the country. Her dedication to duty, her service to country, and the legacy she leaves behind are etched into the history of the Jamaica Defence Force, said Vice Admiral Wimmis Gorman in a message of tribute. A career of excellence and service, Chief Petty Officer Drummond Thomas was no ordinary soldier. Over the course of her career, she held multiple key roles within the JDF, Coast Guard, and related units, rising through the ranks with grit and grace. Her assignment included Class 1 Coxswain, where she expertly led small craft operations at sea. Naval Police Officer based at Port Royal, maintaining law and order with professionalism and authority. So in the Navy now, them call them master at arms. In the other branch, them call them military police. So in Jamaica, them call them Naval Police Officer. Yeah, so you know that so you know she was an instructor for recruit intakes at the JDF Military Training Wing, shaping and mentoring future JDF personnel. Instructors at the former Caribbean Military Maritime Training Center, where she trained Caribbean and regional maritime officers. Active service abroad, the JDF Coast Guard vessel, HMJS Kagwe, a role requiring tactical skill, resilience, and coordination. Her colleagues remember her as a soldier who commanded respect, not through force, but through quiet confidence, competence, and compassion. Her final post, WINSEC. At the time of her death, Chief Petty Officer Drummond Thomas was serving as a foreign guest instructor at the Western Hemisphere Institute for Security Cooperation at WINSEC. So we as Jamaican, we have instructor at train American in America, a distinguished international training military training center in Columbus, Georgia. Her assignment there reflected the high regard in which she was held both locally and internationally. WINSEC, in a statement, praised her contributions. Chief Petty Officer Drummond Thomas embodied the ideals of partnership and professionalism. Her commitment to education, discipline, and the unity left a profound impression on everyone she worked with. On February 18, 2025, she experienced a medical emergency while on duty and was rushed to St. Francis Hospital in Columbus, Georgia. Despite medical efforts, she succumbed to the condition. Condolences and collective grief. The loss of Chief Petty Officer Diana Drummond Thomas has rippled across borders, from her fellow sailors at Port Royal to her students and colleagues in the United States. So you know, so boy, she have students in America because she train them. Her passing is not only a loss to the JDF, but also to Jamaica and the global military community. To her husband, children, family members, and loved ones, the Jamaica Defence Force, the government of Jamaica, and the grateful nation extend their deepest and most heartfelt condolences. No words can fully express the sorrow we share, but we honor her memory, her gratitude, and her name shall not be forgotten. To her colleagues and commanding officers, past and present, we recognize the weight of losing a sister in arms, a leader, and a friend. Her impact will live on in the lives of the recruits she trained, the mission she supported, and the hearts she touched. A grateful nation salutes as the sun sets on Wednesday evening. The echoes of military salutes still hung in the air, an audible farewell to a woman whose life was the very embodiment of duty, honor, and country. Jamaica has lost a hero, but in her passing, we are reminded of courage, sacrifice, and a spirit that binds those who serve. Chief Petty Officer Diana Drummond Thomas now rests among the heroes of the nation. May her soul find eternal peace, and may her service never be forgotten. So, in a deeply moving ceremony marked by grace, reverence, and profound national pride, the Jamaica Defence Force solemnly, the JDF solemnly welcome home the body of one of its own, Chief Petty Officer Diana Drummond Thomas. So you can watch the video on March 12, 2025. A return to Jamaican soil was not only a repatriation of remain, but a symbolic homecoming of a national hero whose life was dedicated to service, leadership, and the protection of our country. So this is the first time we have ever seen someone who served in a security force, in a military Jamaica. No, that's not true. Well, some in a JDF, because the first politician or prime minister to ever call a member of the security force era was this prime minister Andrew Owen. It was Edward Seaga back in the 80s. You will never hear the PNP criminal organization refer to people who serve in a security force as heroes. No, their heroes are like General Starkey, Anthony Brown, Angela Brown father, George Flash, Donovan Bulby Bennett. They are criminals are PNP heroes. Not people who serve in a security force, people who break the law. That's the lawbreakers. You understand? So you will never hear them say, you will never hear the PNP ever mention somebody who serve in a security force as a hero. I am telling you that for a fact. You understand? Yes. I mean, everything have to do with politics, whether or not you want to believe it. If you want to be a criminal, you align yourself with the PNP criminal organization. If you want to be someone, a law-abiding citizen, you align yourself with the Jamaica Labour Party, because they don't promote criminality. Nobody's saying that there's no criminals in the JLP, but the PNP have majority of them. 98% of them are in prisons across Jamaica and across the world, because they were nurtured, cultured, domesticated, socialized to be criminal-minded people. And we are telling that for a fact, because we are from the belly of the beast. And don't tell me about everything we are talking about politics. We have to include in it, because politics form a part. It's a part of our fabric and a part of our Jamaican society. You understand? So as family, friends, and fellow service members gathered in collective mourning, they stood united in honoring the journey, the sacrifice, and the extraordinary legacy of a woman who gave her all to our country and to her comrades. Now let me say, because what's a comrade, she's not PNP, she's a soldier. You understand? Yeah. So a repatriation of honor and dignity. The ceremonial proceedings to receive Chief Petty Officer Drummond Thomas were conducted in two distinct yet interconnected acts, each one echoing the solemnity and military precision befitting a fallen warrior. The first leg of our journey was handled with utmost honor by Delta Airlines. As you see earlier in our videos when they play in the land and all of this. And we want to thank the brethren who sent us this video. Let me say it come from a brother. We'd like to give credit to the person who do this recording, Travel Sam, the guy name. He have a YouTube channel. So yes, which provide. So Delta provider, which provide a formal honor guard during the dignified transfer of a remit. Stop right there. Pause this video and subscribe now to United We Win, Divided We Lose. This channel exposes the enemies of global democracy, led by the US, now under threat from a South African billionaire named Elon Musk, Peter Thiel, and others, manipulating the world. Subscribe now. Subscribe to the channel. Those who know the truth but stay silent are nothing but fools and cowards. Speak up or be complicit. As we says, those who know the truth and stay silent are nothing but fools and cowards. So moving on to today's video. onto the aircraft in the United States. We did you see you have people in the military, but you have to go to the JDF Instagram and you will see the photograph them. She was escorted by distinguished representative U.S. Army Major George Chegan, Lieutenant Commander Miguel Ferguson, and Chief Petty Officer Stacey and Lewis Walters of the Jamaica Defence Force. Their presence signifies the deep respect not only for the JDF but of allied international military partners, standing as a reminder of the bonds that unite those in uniform across borders and flags. A nation received one of its daughters upon arrival in Jamaica, the tarmac at the Sangster International Airport became sacred ground. There, the second part of the ceremony unfolded, solemn beauty and military decorum. A JDF bearer party composed of uniformed soldiers standing in flawless formation retrieved the flag-draped casket from the aircraft. A moment of silence swept across the airfield. The stillness was pierced only by the sharp, deliberate cracks of fire and party salute, a traditional and poignant farewell rendered for soldiers who died in the line of duty. Standing in formation to receive and pay tribute were senior leaders of the Jamaica Defence Force. I will tell you already some Vice Admiral Gorman, Brigadier Commander Maritime Air and Cyber Command Brigadier Elan Clark, and other senior officers and officials of the JDF. Their expression, stoic, sorrowful and resolute, spoke volumes as they stood in silent salute, bearing witness the return of one of their finest. Yeah, so you know that Chief Petty Officer Diana Drummond Thomas was a proud daughter of Jamaica and a proud daughter of the JDF. Her career was marked by excellence, discipline, and steadfast commitment to the value of service. And you know that she have, at the time of her passing, she was on international assignment. You understand? CPO Thomas Jaman final journey was one paved with love, dignity, and the unbreakable bond of military family. Her legacy is carried not only in the folds of Jamaican flag that draped her coffin, but in the lives of the recruits she trained, the comrades she inspired, a nation that's now mourns her with heavy yet grateful heart. The JDF and the people of Jamaica extend our deepest condolences to her husband, children, parent, and extended family. We also salute her fellow service member, past and present, who now feel the void of her absence. Your loss is our loss. Your grief is our grief. Your strength is now a part of her living legacy. Fair winds and following seas. Chief Petty Officer Drummond Thomas, you stood your watch with honor, courage, and devotion. You are now relieved. We have the watch. That pretty much. If you serve in the Navy, that is kind of similar, but we're not a gun here, and you understand, because we serve in the United States Navy, but it's pretty much similar words like what them use. For us in the U.S. Yeah, so, Chief Petty Officer Diana Drummond, as we tell her that she passed away, at a very tender age, 37. She was known as, for her discipline, dedication, and distinguished service. So she collapsed during a special training exercise and later succumbed to a medical emergency on February 18 at St. Francis Hospital in Columbus, Georgia. So at first, many Jamaicans were running, boy, I wonder if white people kill her and them things, because racism is at an all-time high in America since the country has been founded, because America is founded on racism. So she gave her all, so the repatriation ceremony was executed with meticulous military precision, reflecting the honor due to a soldier who dedicated her life to service. And as you see, this is the end of the ceremony at the airport in Montego Bay, Sangster International Airport. And I tell you, it's a touching ceremony. A life of commitment and excellence, standing attention on the tarmac, Chief of Defence Staff, Vice Admiral Antoinette, we Miss Gorman, along with senior JDF official, saluted the late officer and paid tribute to a life defined by service, leadership, and excellence. Drummond Thomas was not just a soldier, she was a pillar of strength, a mentor to young recruits, and a pioneer among women in the JDF Coast Guard. Over the span of her accomplished career, she held numerous positions and appointments. I was stated already, so her final mission was abroad, where she served at WINSEC. She was serving as a foreign guest instructor. That means she was there teaching, Americans and maybe people from other parts of the world. Because in the military, in the United States military, you're on a military base. If you're serving in a military, you will see military personnel from various countries on the base. And them in a uniform, and you see them country flag, and you understand is that everyone on the military base are Americans. There are people from other countries. We come there and train to, and you will be in class with them. It all depends on your speciality and one and two little things. But we at the Jamaica Young Police Channel, we want to express our deepest condolences to our family, friends, and colleagues in the passing of this woman. And we know that people them mourning, because this is a young woman, a young sister. So Jamaica, so they lay her to rest, and the JDF and the people of the country remain united in gratitude, saluting a true daughter of the soil, whose legacy of excellence, courage, and service will live in the hearts of those who inspire. So you will not see something like this on the CVM or TVG. Reason being, because she's not aligned to any of the political, her family is not aligned to any of the political parties in Jamaica. So have yourself a beautiful day. And may Chief Diana Drummond Thomas soul rest in peace. Have yourself a beautiful day. Jamaica Young Police Channel out.